Today we will learn about primary roles of teachers in a subject centered curriculum. Because in transaction of this subject based curriculum, teacher has to play a significant role. First is the content expert. Teachers need deep knowledge of their subject area, because without knowing the deep understanding of the subject, you can't deliver the subject based curriculum. And if you are putting more examples, that is as per the principle of variety, then you will be able to attract the attention of the students, because without knowing the modalities of that particular content, without knowing the treatment, what kind of treatment I should give to my content, it is not possible to transmit it to the students. So, transaction of subject based curriculum requires a wonderful role of teachers. In that sense, a teacher should be content expert, and he must have knowledge, he must has knowledge of subject as far as topic is concerned. Instructional leader, teacher guide, lecture and deliver content with authority. Teacher as a manager of the class, teacher as an instructor of the class, teacher as a mentor of a class, teacher as a guide of the students. These are the roles that a teacher has to play in the classroom. And for that, when the teacher is delivering the lecture, he is the guide of the students, that in what way I have to instruct the students so that they may also be able to understand the content. Evaluator, evaluator means that when you are delivering the content, so if you are continuously delivering, it means that this is one way, this is one way traffic, one way delivery, one way mode of delivery. So, one way is not good kind of way of teaching in the classroom, because the student should also involve and they should interact with the teacher also. So, if you are teaching and if you are asking the questions in between, then what will happen? You can assess that whether the students are able to understand me, or the students are taking interest in the subject matter or in the classroom teaching, or the students are curious to know about the lecture that I am delivering today. So, this kind of interaction in between the lecture is very essential, just to know that whether the students are making progress with the teacher, or there is need to stop here, to go back, again start, because you are delivering and students are not able. So, what will be benefit for this subject centered curriculum? Curriculum implementer, ensuring adherence to curriculum standards and pacing. Like a curriculum implementer, a teacher must ensure that curriculum standards are as par excellence, and we are moving with the pace of the students. So, going too fast, going too slow and going in such a way that the students are not making the progress that needed. So, these all kind of way of implementing the curriculum is not to the satisfactory level. So, for the satisfaction, it is very essential that you try to know the deep understanding of the knowledge, and you must deliver the content with the pace of the students, so that the student can understand, so that the student can move with the teacher. Teachers must be knowledgeable in their field, as they are the primary source of information for students, no doubt. Teachers must be the knowledgeable person for this subject centered curriculum, and only knowing the limited knowledge that is in the syllabus is not enough. What a teacher has to do? A teacher has to consult a lot of books, lot of resources, so that he can present in the classroom. If you are presenting the enriched content to the students, students will be able to know more about your topic, and that will be helpful for them to enrich the knowledge, and apart from textbook they may get something from your side. So this is the good teaching for the subject centered curriculum. What are the responsibilities of a teacher? Stay updated with subject knowledge and advancement. That is very essential. What is going around us and what is needed to add in the present curriculum, and what kind of knowledge is essential, beneficial, and a kind of knowledge that is required to make the students updated. It is very essential that stay always keep in touch of new sources, and always present your subject based curriculum in such a way that the student can also enrich their knowledge. Engage in professional development to deepen expertise. Professional development is very essential. Engage in professional development to deepen expertise. That is for teachers, that this is your responsibility to update your knowledge. This is your responsibility to know more about the subject matter, more about the content, in order to make your professional growth excellent. So, say for example, a science teacher who understands current research can make content more relevant and engaging. So, the content that a subject centered curriculum provide, it is very essential to engage the students also, because without engaging them in the subject matter, it is not possible to make their knowledge enriched, or it is not possible that to make them a good learner. And your professional growth, like a teacher, as a teacher, your professional growth is not up to the mark until and unless you deliver the content based curriculum in such a way that the students are engaged, and you are having a knowledgeable content matter, and you are having a deep understanding, and you are trying to students engaging in your teaching strategies, and you are trying to put a kind of questions so that the students can involve, and a kind of conducive environment be produced and be created in the classroom. So the content based approach demand that a teacher should be knowledgeable person, a teacher should know the psychology of the students also, that in what way I have to proceed and what kind of treatment is required here. Moving fast, moving slow, these all are not the appropriate strategies for a classroom. Without knowing the psychology of the students, it is not possible to make the content valuable for the students. Instructional leader. Teachers are responsible for presenting the material in a structured, clear and engaging way, that I told you right now. Methods. What are the methods that we can use for the treatment of the content of subject based curriculum? One is lecture based teaching. That is, lecture based teaching is a good teaching strategy if the teacher is taking full advantage of the lecture. Full advantage of the lecture is possible when you are delivering few content in the classroom, and now you are asking the questions, and you are trying to add new content or trying to add new examples just to elaborate your lecture. So, asking the questions in between and adding few new points or modifying the knowledge of the students, or a kind of way that we are trying to understand where there is confusion, so that make the lecture more effective. Instead of going fast, instead of delivering the content one way traffic, no. What is needed here? There is need to deliver the content as per the requirement of the students. Try to understand where the students are not able to understand by asking the questions. The responses of the students can also be modified, and not only one student be asked, but the many students from first desk to the last bench, they all should be engaged in replying or in responses, knowing the responses of these all. Lecture based teaching, primary method where teachers explain and exemplify key concepts. Direct instructions, clear step by step teaching to ensure comprehension. Direct instruction, that is without knowing the that what is going on in the classroom, and step by step teaching to ensure comprehension, that you have changed the strategy, and instead of continuous lecturing, you are trying to give the direct instruction in the form of without any supplementary questions, without any kind of supplementary content, but direct instruction in brief you are providing to the students. So, just to ensure comprehensiveness of the content, or just to know the level of understanding of the students. So, step by step teaching may be fruitful when you have divided the content into fragmentation, and you are presenting one fragment and one piece of knowledge to the students. Goal, ensure students understand the core material in each lesson. So, this way you can understand that how far the students are able to understand you. Evaluation, evaluator and assessor. Teachers regularly assess student progress to ensure content mastery, and for that you may take the quizzes, you may take the exam, measure understanding of core content, assignments and projects, test deeper knowledge and application. And the importance of this kind of treatment is that it provides feedback to guide both teaching and learning. So, just to know that what is the progress of the students after delivering your lecture, you can ask the quizzes, you can ask you can take examination also, you can provide them assignments, and you can give the project of so many problems, and considering that the what they are doing in such kind of assignments, that will be the help for a teacher, that how far the students are able to understand the content. So, in subject based curriculum, there is enough space for a teacher to engage the students, to motivate the students, and to know the knowledge and understanding of the students, that how far they are able to understand the content. Curriculum implementer. Teachers are tasked with following curriculum guidelines and achieving set learning objectives. What are the responsibilities? Ensure all required topics are covered according to curriculum standards. Ensure all required topics are covered according to curriculum standards, that is, what were the objectives of the particular chapter that have been achieved. So, this is the question before start of the teaching, that what we have to achieve. So, this is the objective of that particular lesson, that what you have to achieve. So, at the end, this is the responsibility of a teacher to know or to make ensure that topics in the syllabus, how far they have been covered and as per the curriculum standards, that is, quality have been maintained and the modalities of that particular curriculum have been achieved. So, maintain pace and adapt teaching strategies to meet standards. So, this is for the precautionary measures, that you try to give the quality education, quality content quality content to your students, and presentation of that content should be in that way that at least the students are able to understand what is the uh, true, in true sense, that what the content reflects. So, always move as per the requirement of the students and adapt the strategies that are required to maintain the curriculum standards. So, these all can be done with the help of evaluation in between, by making the quizzes, by making the examination, and by other kind of mm, evaluation that is suitable for that particular content. Strategies teachers use in subject-centered curriculum. Lecture and demonstration, this is the strategy that is teachers use. Lecture is simply, as I told you, that just to oral delivery, but demonstration, lecture followed by demonstration, that is also a kind of good teaching strategy. Say for example, if a teacher is delivering a lecture, and in between lecture, if he is showing teaching aids, and if he is performing any demonstration followed by lecture, so this is also an excellent teaching strategy. You know that in our schools there are large number of students, and a number of students, the size of the classroom is quite large, and many students are sitting in a classroom. So, very difficult by the teacher to provide one experimental set to each and every student. So, for the convenience, a teacher formulates groups, and these groups work all together, followed by all the instructions that given by a teacher in the classroom. So, this demonstration is possible when the teacher is moving, teacher is doing this all in a separate demonstration desk and showing what is it, and the students are also doing. So, one way is that. Another way, that when the only one or two set of experimental devices are there, then very difficult to involve all the class, because the size of the class is large. So, what is convenient for a teacher? A teacher show demonstration, and at a teacher's desk, keeping the experimental setup on teaching desk, he performs the experiment, and he shows that what is it, the content that is in the syllabus. So, in that way, the lecture may be followed by the demonstration, lecture may be followed by the activity, and lecture may be followed by the question answer way, by showing this demonstration, that the question, very simple question, that what you observe here, what you found after this reaction. So, these all kind of questions can be asked in the classroom, performing this demonstration and involving and engaging students in teaching learning process. So, lecture may be followed by demonstration. This is also an excellent way of teaching. Practice and repetition, encouraging practice to reinforce knowledge. Say for example, the students are not able to understand, or sometime it happens that after passing through this particular content, and you are moving towards next chapter, so there is lapse in memory, there is lapse in learning, that students can't reply. So, making more and more practice, making more and more drill exercises in language, more and more repetition, these kind of practices makes the learner more perfect in subject centered curriculum. So, encouraging practice to reinforce knowledge is very essential. For that, you can give them assignments. For that, you can check the previous knowledge when you start the next chapter, and you can give them a sheet writing the questions in a multiple types of questions, that is fill in the blanks, that is one word answer, and so many questions you can give on a paper, and you can repeat, and you can see that what kind of performance the students are uh, making. So, to keep their learning more strengthened, it is very essential the regular repetition, regular practice, regular revision, and kind of exercises that make them more perfect and master of learner is very essential. Scaffolding techniques, breaking down complex ideas into manageable steps, that in a textbook the things are given in an ambiguous way. The students are unable, but during the teaching, the teacher can break the knowledge into smaller pieces of segment of knowledge, and the students can learn it and can know, can understand that what is there in this kind of knowledge, that is that they unable to understand by going through the textbook. So, the good way of presenting the content is that a teacher can break the whole chapter into small subunits. Then each subunit can also be divided into smaller piece of knowledge, and that is fragment of knowledge, and each fragment of knowledge can be explained and can be presented in such an effective way that the students can learn in a very easy way, and it will not be a burden on the students. So, this kind of techniques also help the students to understand the content in effective way. Using visual aids like using charts, diagrams, multimedia to clarify concepts. So, these kind of visual aids may also be used when the strategies, teaching strategies being used by the teacher in the classroom, just to give the valuable treatment to the subject centered curriculum. Developing classroom discipline and focus. Importance. Subject centered learning often requires a disciplined, focused classroom environment. This is also requirement of a subject centered curriculum, that there should be discipline. Discipline in the sense that everyone is attentive, everyone is listening the teacher, everyone is observing what is going on in the demonstration. So, this is a discipline in the classroom. If the students are observing here and there, not able to give reply, not able to know more about the subject matter, so this is not a good classroom for subject centered curriculum. And focused classroom. Focused classroom environment, this is very essential to manage the teaching in the classroom in an effective way. Teacher's role: establish and maintain order, encourage respect and concentration on content. Outcome: creates an environment conducive to focused learning. That I told you that it should be focused kind of learning, that everyone is focusing on the content, and the students can raise the lot of questions during this moment, that the content is not reflecting this kind of message, and the students can add new ideas also. So a very perfect kind of teaching is required for subject based curriculum, and if a teacher is able to involve the students and participation of a student is up to the mark, and the teacher is able to show the visual aids, show the audio aids, and sorry, and able to perform in such a way that that the things are going on in a very disciplined way. So this focused classroom is very effective for subject based curriculum. Professional development and continuous learning. Staying current with subject developments and pedagogical techniques. Example, attending workshop, conferences or additional courses, collaborating with peers to share insights and strategies. Goal, enhance content expertise and teaching skills to improve student outcomes. So, professional development of a teacher is possible when he or she is attending the workshop and organizing the workshop in own institution, attending the conferences, attending the additional courses, additional lectures by the resource persons, and collaborating with peers to share insight and strategies. Whatever he has learned from outside, when he is added in the subject centered curriculum, this is also the way for the professional development of a teacher. So, for subject centered curriculum, it is very essential that a teacher should attend the workshop, a teacher should attend the conferences, a teacher should add few additional courses and can take training courses that being run by the MMTTC and other organizations also. So, for the professional development, it is very essential that a teacher should be engaged in learning more. So, it is a continuous process and continuous kind of learning that makes a teacher perfect in subject based curriculum. So, so this kind of professional development that takes place passing through the continuous exercises by the teacher or continuous efforts making by a teacher, that also help to develop professional development and professional growth of a teacher also. Impact of teacher role on students' learning. Teacher as role model sets the standards for discipline and intellectual curiosity. Teacher as a role model, say for example, teacher is perfect and having good knowledge of the subject, delivering in a satisfactory way, and creating a good environment, conducive learning environment in the classroom. So, ultimately here the teacher is also performing the duties with full commitment. So, teacher when acts in the classroom as a leader, as a manager, so he is also the role model of our students, because indirect learning experiences also give a kind of impression in the brain that the teacher's communication, teacher's way of asking the question, teacher's way of showing the behavior towards the students, and teacher way of making the difficulties easier. So these all make a teacher as a role model, and a perfect role model is that one who is having good knowledge, good understanding, polite behavior with the students, simple way of dress up, and presenting himself in such a way that he is really a mentor of the students, not a autocratic leader. So, a role model is also, a teacher has to play as a role model, because in a classroom the teacher's role and responsibility can't be ignored if a good teacher is presenting the subject based curriculum. Engagement is and inspiration. Effective teachers can make subject enjoyable and impactful also. So, the humorous classroom is also very essential, because sometimes it happens that the students are going bored and students are needed certain kind of uh, treatment that make them joyful, that make them enthusiastic. So, the stories or a kind of incidents that happened all around us in a form of joke can also be presented, correlating the knowledge with this kind of jokes and with kind of humorous content. So, joining these all and taking a kind of fun sometime in the classroom. So, this also make the students easier and comfortable and pleasurable at the time of learning process. Long term learning, teachers help students build foundational knowledge essential for future study. Long term learning that going on that teachers help students build foundational knowledge essential for future study, that what is essential for this particular chapter, what are the fundamental knowledge of this particular chapter, making the base stronger. You can make a building of that particular content, that is you may move towards the higher order learning also. So, we start from the simple order learning, then we move to the higher order learning, and in that way the difficulty level increases. Subject centered curriculum in STEM education. STEM education, that is science, technology, engineering and mathematics. So, purpose of STEM education is it is a science, it is science, technology, engineering and mathematics. The reservoir of the subjects critical to the innovations and problem solving work of today's world. What are the objectives of this STEM education? STEM education will help students face the challenges of complex technical problems. Such training fosters analysis, thinking critically, and as a foundation for a career in research, technology and engineering. Societal impact, all the disciplines of STEM push out technological and health arena. Environmental sustainability and so on. Acceleration of progress in a globalized world is a matter regarding STEM literacy. Focus on individual discipline, that is related to structure and approaches of subject centered curriculum in STEM. Focus on individual discipline. Individual subjects are broken down around their respective content, such as in the case of science, biology, technology, coding, engineering, mechanical principles, mathematics and calculus. Teacher led instruction. Teachers are content specialists who guide students through appropriately sequenced, increasingly complex content in each discipline. Sequenced learning path. Topics are frequently presented in a sequence of progression from more simple to more advanced concepts, so that students are taught to learn from simple concepts prior to the more complex ones. Subject centered curriculum in liberal arts education. This is about the liberal art education. Importance of liberal arts education traditionally comprises humanities such as literature and philosophy, study of languages, social sciences, history, psychology, sociology, natural sciences and fine arts. These all comes under the head of liberal arts education. What are the learning outcomes? The liberal arts education fosters capabilities for both critical thinking and effective communication. cultural competency and ethical deliberation. All versatile competencies transposable across many professions and disciplines. Relevance: the liberal arts foundation equips the mind with mental flexibility and enables one to adjust with complex societal problems. A liberal arts foundation encourages creativity and exposure to diversity in a particular perspective. Structure and approaches of subject centered curriculum in liberal arts. Content mastery, that I told you, that for subject based curriculum it is very essential that a teacher should have mastery over the content. Teacher directed instruction, often it refers to lecturing and other structured discussions and assignments, helping students gain mastery over their subject matters. Teachers in fact are subject matter experts who would lead their learners in staying within the boundaries of core knowledge and skills of every subject. Sequential learning: courses are preferably scheduled such that learners could learn from foundational knowledge up to advanced concepts in each discipline. Challenges teachers face in subject centered curriculum. No doubt the subject centered curriculum is feasible, subject centered curriculum is overall very good, and it makes the students master of the learning, and we discuss about the mastery over content. So, a student become a master of a particular learning, no doubt. But it is also true that a teacher has to face lot of challenges while giving treatment or while transacting the subject based curriculum. Student engagement: keeping students motivated within a rigid structure. Within a rigid structure, that the resources available are fixed, our time schedule is fixed for taking the class, our syllabus is fixed. So, in a such kind of rigid environment or in such kind of rigid items and particular modalities that we have to follow, it is very much difficult that every time the teacher is able to motivate the students. Balancing content depth and breadth, covering required material while ensuring deep understanding. So, content understanding and deep understanding is always not possible, because covering required material and ensure that the deep understanding done by the students, that surety and that kind of confirmation is difficult, because every time taking quizzes, every time taking evaluation of the student is not possible by a teacher. Addressing diverse learning needs, subject centered models may not meet all learning styles, because when we see that the student diversity in the classroom and all kind of students, those having high IQ, average and low IQ, and few students are from different language background, few students are from different socio-economic status. So, meeting the need of all the student is not possible in this subject centered curriculum, and it becomes very challenging for a teacher to make it ensure that how far all the students in where the diversity is there, the students are able to understand. Resource constraints: limited access to updated materials can restrict content delivery, because resources, you might have observed that in our schools, in our higher education institutions, it is not having that every kind of experiment is there, every kind of resources are there. Somewhere there are certain constraints and we have to adjust there, we have to cope up there in such environment. So, limited access to updated material can restrict content delivery. Sometimes it happens a teacher has to deliver orally only, without showing any visual aid, without making any demonstration, and without any kind of presentation. So why she is doing, why it is going on? Because the resources are not available that needs to deliver the lecture properly. So this kind of challenges a teacher has to face, and every time preparing the teaching aid for every lecture, it is not possible and not feasible by a teacher. So such kind of challenges a teacher has to face while treating the subject based curriculum. Teacher adaptations to address challenges: differentiated instruction, tailoring lessons to meet varied students' needs, incorporating technology, using digital tools for interactive learning, real world connections, relating subject content to practical examples, and encouraging inquiry, allowing space for questions and exploration within subjects. So, these adaptations are essential to address these challenges, that is differentiated instruction, tailoring lessons to meet varied student needs, try to prepare the lesson in such a way that we can give the space to every kind of learning that is valuable for our students in order to maintain the diversity in the classroom. Incorporating technology by using the technological aids and by presenting the content with the help of technology, you can overcome the challenge. Real world connections, relating subject content to practical examples. Say for example, there is any chapter that shows certain kind of scenario of the outer environment that is related to society. So, you can add variety of examples. I already told you that principle of variety says if a teacher is able to present different kind of examples related to real world, it makes the learning more enjoyable, more pleasurable. And real world connections, relating subject content to practical examples, encouraging inquiry, allowing space for questions and exploration within subject. So, space should be given for enough questions and to create the curiosity among the students and responses by the students in order to make the learning more easy. And curious students always like to know more about the outer world. So, such kind of alternatives should be given space in order to address the challenges of this subject centered curriculum. Thank you very much for attending this class, and I do hope that you could be able to understand what is needed for a subject centered curriculum. Thank you.